What up, YouTube? Welcome to my new room. Just kidding, this is my old room. I'm home for Christmas! Yay! Okay. Hi! Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all in one. Because I missed a whole bunch of filming over Christmas and New Year. But that's what happens when it's Christmas and New Year. Anyway, hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. I am home in Scotland. Yay! That's why there is no background of my other room. I'm in my old room, my home, with my pictures. That's me! Anyway, so it's kind of wobbly because I have my laptop balanced on 3 pillows and I'm sitting against my wall with a funny shadow. But hey ho, that's just the way life is. So today, apart from wishing Merry Christmas and proving that I haven't just given up on this altogether, I was going to make a video about choosing whether or not to study law. Because although we just had lots of holiday, I'm sure everyone's getting back into the swing of things and yeah, moving on with life, etc. And maybe you are at the stage now in the year where you have to pick what university you want to study at and course and what. It's got pineapple. Okay, we're good to go. No, we're not. What? Okay, that'll do. Alright, so I think in my first video I mentioned that I did not enjoy law. And this is true. However, I don't want to be completely negative about it because then there were comments afterwards being like, oh, I don't want to study law if it's horrible. You know. So, I'm gonna do my reasons why you should or should not study law. These are just things you should consider. Okay? Number 1. Know why you want to study law in the first place. It sounds really stupid because surely you should know if you're choosing it. But I don't know why I ever chose law. Like, don't just do it because you think I got really good grades at school, so I should do law or medicine, because that's so easy to do when you're at high school and you're in your little bubble. But there are like a billion courses out there, and you shouldn't just narrow your choices down because you're good at academics. So don't limit yourself. And have an end purpose, because it's not a guaranteed job at the end of it. Even though you think I'll be a lawyer, it's so difficult to get a job at the end. You could end up doing something completely different. And if you can get to that end goal and do a degree that you love, rather than doing one that you think makes you look good on paper, there's no point. So just have a purpose. It doesn't mean I'm saying don't study law. Just know why you're there, because that will give you motivation when you're struggling through an essay or something and you think ahead. You're like, okay, I'm doing this so that I can get to this place. That's going to make it so much easier to continue. Number 2, look at the courses that are available. Just studying law, like in Scotland alone, there are set courses that everyone needs to do, and then some law schools will offer different things. So look at each one individually. Criminal law is one tiny aspect of law, and there's like 20 billion other things that you study along with criminal. I didn't do criminal until my second half of second year. You're there for 3 or 4 years depending on what program you pick. So don't go expecting just to be learning about crime all the time. There's tax, there's family, there's contract, there's tort, there's so many things, and you probably will find that the thing that interests you most is not what you originally expected. So just go with an open mind and look at what each different individual law school teaches. Overall, it'll be the same law, but they might focus on different things. And if, say, family law is something you think would be really interesting, then look for a university that has good family law elements. So don't just think of law as crime, because it's so much more. And thirdly, Look at how the courses are taught, because at school you're limited to just sitting in a classroom and then you do exams, and sometimes you have essays. Some universities will teach where you're doing essays all year and that adds up to your grade. The university I'm at, it's lectures, and then you have to do a lot of reading on your own, and then there's one exam at the end and that determines your entire grade. So just be aware and try and work out what ways work best for you, and then use those to decide what university you're going to go to. That's pretty relevant to like all courses, that's not just law, but it's something definitely to consider. Yeah, so that's it. If you have more interesting things you want me to talk about, then comment below and I will try and do them. It's easier probably to answer questions rather than trying to guess what you want to know in the first place. There are certain bits of studying law that I actually love. Like the friends that I've made have been amazing, and we've had so much fun, and it is really good. And some of the stuff you learn is interesting. It's not like when you're at school and you're learning like Pythagoras theorem, and you're like, I'm never going to use this ever again in my life. Like law is actually relevant to life, so I think that's really interesting. And I have learned things that I would never have learned if I hadn't been studying law. But just be aware. Do not be fooled that it is easy, because it is not, and it is not all giggles. Do you like my jumper? It's fluffy and I got it for Christmas. It's cozy. Anyway, that's off topic. So, yeah, comment below and I will try and do more videos soon, but give me some ideas. Alright, bye!